Good morning. It's Saturday, July 3rd, and I just finished reading about the release of Bill Cosby. Now, I'm sure all of you remember the Cosby rape case because he was accused of drugging women, many women, and raping them. And he was sentenced to jail to serve for 3 to 10 years. And he'd been in jail almost 3 years now, but he's just been released. And it turns out that a deal had been made with the prosecutor prior to Cosby's conviction, and the prosecutor had promised him no jail time if he gave a civil deposition. And in that deposition, Cosby admitted that he had procured quaaludes for women that he wanted to have sex with. And the prosecutor had promised him that he would not prosecute him criminally if he gave that deposition. So the fact that he gave that deposition and was then sent to jail violated the terms of the promise. And on that technicality, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court made the decision that Cosby should not have been sent to jail. The prosecutor who had made the deal because by giving the civil deposition, Cosby would be opening himself up for lawsuits in civil trials. So I guess the prosecutor's idea was to get Cosby to admit it and then let him be punished in the civil court. What happened was that Cosby still went to trial, and in that trial, his civil deposition was used against him at that trial. So that was a clear violation of the agreement that he had made with the former prosecutor. He admitted his guilt in exchange for being let off, and then they take that admission and use it in the trial against him. That's going overboard, it seems to me. Legally overboard, anyhow. So we will wait and see what happens now, because I am sure that there are many women who are violated by Bill Cosby who are really upset with the fact that he was released from prison. So that's a future thing to watch out for. And knowing the society we live in, you can be sure that there will be court actions taken. The women who accused Bill Cosby were represented by some of the highest profile female attorneys in this country. Attorneys who have spent their entire careers fighting for women's rights. Attorneys like Gloria Allred and Lisa Bloom. So this case is not going to go away. Cosby is not off the hook by any means. He has probably opened himself up to lots of legal actions for the next couple of years of his life. And the man is 83 now. And I think what could have happened is that the Supreme Court didn't make any decision because he had almost served 3 years in prison anyhow. What the Supreme Court should have done if they had a half a brain is not make this great big announcement, but just call the prison authorities and tell them, let Cosby out after 3 years he served his time. But by doing this, they have opened up a can of worms that will allow these civil suits to proceed. They probably would have proceeded anyhow, but they have made the female community in this country probably very angry that a predator, and I have to call Cosby a predator, that a predator was let out on the street. And that's a big problem in this country anyhow. Many times we let predators out on the streets. And then they become convicts again because they get caught doing the same thing over and over. There's something wrong with our system with respect to allowing those who have been convicted of a crime to get out of prison and do the same thing again. But that's a whole other story. What's on the minds of many who are involved in this case is this decision by letting him off going to reflect in the minds of many women the fact that they cannot get justice by accusing someone of some physical offense. So many of the attorneys who were involved in this case voiced that they did not want women backing down from truthful accusations about mere mistreatment at the hands of others. And we can see that there are many women who have never come forward with an accusation because of the embarrassment, because of the attitudes of many people who believe that they brought it on by themselves. Rape is a difficult subject in this country, and it's only in the past couple of years that the rapists have been properly punished. So I see this thing opening up a large can of worms in the legal community and in society in general. And I could question whether or not Bill Cosby is really free. Marked man. He has admitted his misdeed. He's opened the door to a miserable rest of his life. I believe he will have to live in some form of self-imposed solitary confinement, because he will not be a welcome person out in the community. His family may stick by him, at least they appear to have been sticking by him through all this, but he's a marked man, a celebrity who used to be referred to as America's dad based upon his actions in his TV show, The Cosby Show. But that's all gone now. All I think he has left is his wealth. He certainly doesn't have a reputation that's left or anything. So in my mind, being in prison or not being in prison, he is still imprisoned in some shape or form. And so I will leave you with those thoughts, and I will see you in the morning. Bye.